Good evening and welcome to Sporlitiks, where sports and politics mix and mingle since 2011. 2011, just think, where were you then? Joining me tonight a little bit late will be Aguna, the voice of reason, Keith, the constitutional conservative, Stephen, the independent thinker, and my cousin Todd, who will be on shortly. We've got a packed show for you tonight. Unfortunately, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Lou Holtz, college football staple, who coached Notre Dame to a 1988 national title, died at 89 years old. The war, unfortunately, continues between Iran, the U.S., and Israel. We'll talk about more strikes that were done today. Stephen in NASCAR. Kristi Noem, Department of Homeland Security Secretary, was fired. We'll talk about that. And the NCAA men's tournament, automatic bid tracker, Long Island, first team to qualify for the big dance in history. There's a partial government shutdown during the spring break for schools, which is right now, and passengers are feeling it with the long lines. And the NFL, a lot of players are moving around. They're shuffling. They're going all sorts of places. We'll talk about that and more if we can fit it in. Usually it's a packed show and we cannot fit everything in. But first up, let's talk about NASCAR. Let me share the screen and play the video for Stephen, and then Stephen will take it to talk about NASCAR.
Right now, you're looking live at Phoenix Raceway. That's the site of Sunday's Straight Talk Wireless 500. A track has been red hot in Phoenix all day. It's because of the stars of NASCAR arriving there.
Gabe McDonald is in Phoenix with a closer look at one driver who's looking to continue a historic run.
Phoenix Raceway is being mobbed right now. Race fans are being treated to what they call the Desert Double out here in Phoenix. It's the rare crossover where NASCAR and IndyCar share the track on the same weekend. It's creating some issues on track. However, in the world of NASCAR, there's only one issue, and his name is Tyler Reddick. The driver of Michael Jordan's number 45 car for 23XI Racing is on fire. 3 races, 3 wins, including the Daytona 500 and last week's road course victory at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. After not winning a race last year and barely hanging on to make the playoffs, MJ's upstart is blowing away the competition so far in 2026. I got to sit down one-on-one with Reddick to see how he's pulling off one of, if not the greatest starts in NASCAR history.
Yeah, it's been really crazy, honestly. To be able to start off with I'd say a pillar career achievement and winning the Daytona 500 I'd never, in my NASCAR or my stock car racing career went back-to-back to victory lane, sharing those moments with him, with my wife, with Rookie. Are a lot of fun.
Combined with teammate Bubba Wallace in the 23 car, 23XI is dominating so far in the laps led category. They've led 209 laps this year so far, which is more than double the next team with Joe Gibbs Racing with 94. As for the rest of the day out here in Phoenix, IndyCar has control with practice, and then the O'Reilly Series, which you can see on the CW, will finish out the day with qualifying before all the racing on Saturday. Reporting at Phoenix Raceway, I'm Gabe McDonald.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. It's Tyler Reddick with this. They went to a different way of the championship than they had last year. Last year, the championship, it wouldn't have mattered. He won 3 races straight. He finished 8th this week. It really wouldn't have mattered because by the time you get to the playoffs, everybody's points go back to you're only 10 points ahead of somebody. It doesn't matter how many times you won or anything else. They have a change of the system this year. And oh my goodness, he is tearing it up. He has Tyler Reddick. It's for Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan's team. He has 3 wins this week. He finished 8th. He could have finished a lot better. He was dominant in the race. Just a couple little things happened, but I don't see anything slowing him down. And if you want to take him, like I like to gamble, like you could put a couple dollars. You don't have to bet your whole house. Bet a couple dollars, bet $5, whatever. But you're going to get plus money on him to win the championship. This year, as good as he's done, you should have done it a couple weeks ago because he really should win the championship. Happy for him. He's a good guy. Never heard a bad word spoken about him. He deserves all this. And what a team, what an effort, and what a way to start the year. And I'm so glad for NASCAR that they changed the format from last year. I wish they would have gone back to the way it was before they had the playoffs, but I'm an old head and I don't have a say. People like me don't have a say. They're going to do what they think the younger people like, and that's fine, whatever works. But plus, it makes it okay for me because it means that if you win more, if you produce more, if you're a better driver, it's better for you. Just bringing everybody to the like a mediocre communist kind of thing, like everybody's on the same thing. It doesn't work. If somebody's really doing well, they should be rewarded and they should have a big lead, a big leap on everybody else. And that's what Tyler Reddick has right now. There's 36 races. We only had 32. Everything's new, but so far I'm really happy for him and I'm really proud of this team. And next week they go into Las Vegas. There's no reason he can't get a top 10 there. That's a 1.5 mile track, a cookie cutter track. And it seems like they're really dialed in. Bubba Wallace is on the team. He's doing well. He's doing very well. So these people are dominant. If the other people don't adjust themselves, they're going to get lost in the cloud.
Steven.
Yes, sir.
I'm bored.
Because you don't know anything about NASCAR. I understand that. But there's some people who watch this show that might know something about NASCAR. And they're not bored.
Something about
well, we can
NASCAR.
move on. You want to talk? What do you want to talk about? Curling in the Olympics or tiddlywinks?
Okay, we're not going to talk about either of that. We're going to talk about men's Division I basketball, in particular March Madness. And look at this team in Long Island for the first time. Watch this.
And for the first time in program history, the Queens Royals will be dancing in March. Queens winning the ASUN tournament title yesterday, 4 years after moving up from Division II and in their first year of eligibility to make the tournament. The unofficial mascot for the Royals this season is Buddy the Street Dog, a fake German Shepherd given to a player every game who exudes toughness. Coach Grant Leonard, well, he found Buddy the same place he finds his fun sideline sweaters.
I really wanted our guys to identify with like being hungry and fighting for everything. And so I found Buddy on the internet and so we adopted Buddy the Street Dog and now he travels with us. And yeah, he has this, it's actually the second one because we had a celebration down in Fort Myers and Buddy lost a couple legs. It's the plays that are on the stat sheet and Buddy's a big deal with that. And I think it's helped us all year.
All right, protect Buddy at all costs next week. Queens finds out its seed opponent and first-round location on Selection Sunday.
All right, the
That's
madness
crazy.
is upon us.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
What are they
Yeah,
calling
that
him?
is. That's crazy.
That team, Queen.
That's crazy.
Something's wrong with those people, man.
Okay. Stacy, I asked a question. I think
I heard you. I was just ignoring you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll ask Steven. What's the name of that team, Steven?
I don't know, but Arizona's going to win it all. They're going to win the March Madness. Arizona's going to win. I had a guru tell me that, so I put everything on Arizona. I don't know anything about a fake dog. I don't know what the team is. I don't know what they're doing. That's something Stacy came up with.
They had a real dog. Don't you think if they had a real German Shepherd there?
Oh, I thought that was a real dog, and they lost his legs. I didn't know what was going on. I thought they were abusing him.
No, that's a mascot fake dog. And
Of
they
course
lost.
you
good.
Myers, Florida.
It's a stuffed animal.
Oh, gosh.
That's crazy.
It's like I'm in a Twilight Zone.
Talk about
I'm here with three
Why not have a real
crackpots.
dog?
All right, so this story is kind of interesting.
Canceled the Hawks Magic City Night promotion. The promotion, which was set for next Monday's game against the Magic, planned to celebrate the famous Magic City Club and its influence on Atlanta culture. The Hawks planned a live performance by T.I., themed merchandise, and the club's signature pepper wings. T.I. will still perform at halftime. Magic City's management said the night would be family friendly with no nudity. But this afternoon, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver issued a statement reading, "When we became aware of the Atlanta Hawks scheduled promotion, we reached out to Hawks leadership to better understand their plans and rationale. While we appreciate the team's perspective and their desire to move forward, we have heard significant concerns from a broad array of league stakeholders, including fans, partners, and employees. I believe canceling this promotion is the right decision for the broader NBA community." The Hawks also issued this statement: "While we are very disappointed in the NBA's decision to cancel our Magic City Night promotion, we fully respect its decision. As a franchise, we remain committed to celebrating the best of Atlanta with authenticity in ways that continue to unite and bring us all together," end quote. The team says any pre-ordered Magic City hoodies will still be delivered to customers.
All right. So Magic City in Atlanta is a strip club. And a lot of the
Strip
NBA,
club.
not just NBA players, but a lot of athletes or
Strip
business
club.
people from
Yeah, Nas runs that strip club. I heard. That's what Aguna told me.
Isn't there a better way to say that? I don't think they're called strip clubs. I don't
A
understand.
gentleman's establishment.
Maybe
Okay,
that.
whatever.
Or
Well, the woman who was reporting it just stated that no stripping will be taking place. So I think that's why they say strip clubs, because the women strip their clothes off. And she said it would be family friendly with no stripping taking place.
she did not say that. She said no
Oh,
nudity.
okay. Well, she said stripping. I'm going to go back and bring it back when Aguna comes back on.
Yeah, it wasn't family friendly when those trans guys were reading to children in the classroom.
Ma'am, why are you fixated on transsexuals and gay people? What is wrong with you?
No, I'm not transfixed on gay people. It's just trans people trying to get in close with their children.
Ma'am,
those trans people should leave the children alone.
Why are you so fixated on gay people? It's
trans people are not gay people.
It's strange.
I'm not talking about something that would hurt your feelings. I'm talking about trans.
Ma'am, stop. Your slip is showing. Moving on.
Hey, whatever blows your skirt up, man.
Did you see him? He's such a thief. This is what they do. They steal the drawers right off of you. I just said your slip is showing. So he said, well, what can I say that's sort of like that? Whatever blows your skirt,
because you're fighting for something I don't understand. You're fighting for something that I don't get. I don't want children to be indoctrinated about being trans. I don't want kids to be indoctrinated, and you want kids to be indoctrinated. So whatever blows your skirt up, Captain.
Ma'am, this is what I'm talking about. You are fixated on gay people and trans people.
No, I'm fixated on people taking advantage of children.
I'm trying to.
I don't want people taking advantage of little kids.
Why?
Call me crazy.
I'm trying to figure out why you and your boy toy are fixated on trans people.
Because it's wrong.
Ma'am, that has nothing to do with you. Are you marrying them or making love to them?
When they are trying to gather children, when they're trying to normalize it with children, it's not a good thing.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to move on because nobody kind of wants to hear what you guys are talking about. They're bored.
The football world is mourning the passing of Lou Holtz earlier today. Holtz is the only coach in NCAA history to take 6 different programs to bowl games, and his career started at William & Mary. He also guided Minnesota, South Carolina, NC State, Arkansas, and most famously Notre Dame, where he won a national title in 1988. Holtz won 249 games over his career, is in the College Football Hall of Fame, and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2020. Lou Holtz was 89.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, for people who love football, like myself and Stephen and Aguna, not Todd, not Keith, this man, Lou Holtz, that coach must have really known some football plays. Can you imagine the type of plays he ran and all the positions he knew and how he combined them all and worked with all those
Yeah.
different coaches and all those different schools for all those wins? That is an
Who
amazing
you talking
career
to?
and an amazing legacy.
And his
for a person
recruitment
to have.
skills, all of it. Yep. You're right, Stacy.
Now, I know Todd doesn't know anything about that,
What? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
or Keith. They know nothing about that. Just
I
me and
do.
Stephen right
Keith
now.
should know Lou Holtz. Keith should go back that far.
Well, of course, he's trying to insult you, Keith. He's saying that you and Holtz are the same age, around in your 80s. But this is what happens when you date somebody much younger than you and they promise to marry you and they never will, because
Keith knows
you
better. He knows better.
So I want to, excuse me, I want to talk about that NBA. The Atlanta Hawks wanted to honor Magic City, a gentleman's club, strip club in Atlanta, known for entertaining people and the people watching women strip. Somehow, the Atlanta Hawks, as a basketball franchise, wanted to honor a strip club. What type of precedence, what type of stature does that doing that do for children who are watching the Atlanta Hawks?
It just adds to the debauchery of the world. That's what it does. It just adds to the debauchery.
Tacky, so ignorant, so narrow-minded. You sound just like those Republicans that used to say, "Oh, rap music is corrupting our children." Get out of my face.
No, rap music was corrupting the people making the music.
Stacey,
Rap
why are
music
they
was
not
corrupting the
honoring?
people.
What is
I'm
their
gonna
reason
move
for
on.
honoring? Stacey,
Pardon?
what is their
What did you
reason?
say, Keith?
What is their reason for honoring the strip club?
I don't
What's
know.
their-
They never
weren't
said.
honoring the strip club. That's what Stacey made up because she's a Trump supporter and she's Republican. So
I'm
what
not,
they do,
I am not, but I am a Republican, that's for sure. But
Rap music was designed to hurt black people. That's what it was.
okay. So anyway, this is what I'm saying to you. It wasn't to honor the strip club. We're giving honor to the strip club. No, that's a talking point that Republicans made up.
So it's just a place for them to meet up, and they weren't. Nobody's getting naked, so everything's kosher. So that's cool. Non-story. Thanks, Todd. You've
I'm
cleared
gonna
it up.
move on. Yeah,
Thank you,
Todd
Todd.
always makes everything really.
He cleared it up for me.
He makes it very confusing as usual. Nothing new there.
Confusing. They said it was going to be family friendly. Why are we still dealing with this?
Todd, I agree with you, Todd.
Well,
I
by
agree with
virtue of
you.
the fact that they're having it there means that they're not family friendly. Why would
But
they
they're
have it
not.
there?
Nobody's getting naked, Keith.
Oh, okay. Well, what do they do? Well, I don't know. Whatever.
They're not getting.
no
They're
big
not going to use it as a strip club, just as a venue to do this presentation or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not going
Yeah,
to
but
use
my
it
thing
as a
is, they
strip
were
club.
going to during halftime. During halftime. They were going to have a performance by.
So what? It's all
Can I finish
natural.
my point?
They're natural.
They were going to have by Tiny's husband, T.I. He's going to do performance, and they were going to honor the strip club. So we have a comment from You Gotta Love YouTube says, "No, yo." And then You Gotta Love YouTube says, "No to the strip club. Not a good look." I don't understand how that helps young people when young people that are looking up to the team, and then they see them promoting a strip club. And You Gotta Love YouTube says, "And it's ghetto."
Get out of my face. Tell
Right on, Nas. All right,
tell
Nas.
You Gotta. Why are you saying Nas? How do you know that's Nas? Tell YouTube, whatever his name is, give me a break.
Yeah, why does it got to be ghetto? Just because it's black people, right,
Yeah,
Todd?
and just because
I don't think it's
people like
just
to take
black
their
people
clothes
at the
off.
strip club.
So what?
But
It's
usually when they
all
say ghetto, it's something black.
Oh, look at Keith. Look, he thinks he's going to get married to him again. He's not going to marry you, Keith. He's not on your side anymore. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? So anyway, just because it's a strip club, so what? I don't see what the big deal is. Those girls got to eat. And so they weren't going to be getting naked. So, and Stacey, you yourself worked at the strip. Well, you know what? Never mind. Just forget I said anything.
I have I have never in my life worked at a strip club. I think Todd is just projecting
Todd,
his
she
own.
was just a secretary there.
Todd is projecting his own wishes on someone else. I have never worked at a strip club ever.
That was cold to say that.
All right, so you gotta love YouTube said not too much Santa Claus and let them eat after the game.
What does he want them to eat? I mean, I'm a little confused.
Cake. Let them eat cake.
Oh well.
All right, moving on. Here we go.
Within the last several hours, President Trump fired Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, and her firing comes after scrutiny over her handling of immigration enforcement.
Noem's response to 3 shootings in Minneapolis raised serious questions and did the way she spent $200 million of taxpayer money. Fox 9's Mike Manzoni is following the latest developments for us tonight. Mike, even some Republicans clashed with Noem during hearings this week.
Randy and Kelsey, they took issue with her statements after the Renee Good and Alex Preddy shootings. She called both of them domestic terrorists, but she faced other questions too. For example, just days ago, she told a Senate panel that President Trump signed off on a $220 million ad campaign that reportedly upset him because he claims he did not do that. And today he fired her. First, an ICE agent shot and killed Renee Good.
It's very clear that this individual was harassing and impeding law enforcement operations.
Less than 3 weeks later, Border Patrol agents shot and killed Alex Preddy.
This individual went and impeded their law enforcement operations, attacked those officers.
And after both shootings, now former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem made remarks that many questioned.
But if you come here the right way, your American dream can be as big as these endless skies.
Then, this week, she faced a barrage of questions from both parties on Capitol Hill on everything from this $220 million TV campaign to the Minneapolis shootings.
One of the most hurtful things they could ever imagine was said by you about their son. Do you have anything you want to say to Alex Preddy's parents?
We were relying in the hours after that incident that was so horrific on information we were getting from the ground from our agents.
If you had anything you wanted to say to the parents or to the family of Renee Good after you called them domestic terrorists.
Can't even imagine what they have gone through.
Senator Amy Klobuchar chimed in on Noem's firing just days after that exchange.
It's very clear that there were issues with her governance of this agency way back because that's why they brought in Tom Homan, who reports directly to the president, and they brought him in to begin the drawdown of the agents.
And Noem will now transition to a newly created security post. President Trump says he plans to nominate Republican Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin to replace her. Senator Klobuchar told me tonight that she probably will not vote to confirm him, though she does say the pair has a good working relationship. Randy, Kelsey.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right. So
I have a lot to say about.
Okay, Keith, go ahead with a lot that you have to say about that.
Well, again, I'm going to have to say something that I think Steve will be happy about this because he thinks that I'm sold out to everything that Trump does. But here I think I don't. I'm not going to say that Trump because see, Trump has all the inside information. He's the president. He is the commander in chief, and he knows what's going on the inside. And I don't. We don't. None of us do. All we can do is guess and speculate. But I would say that it couldn't have been that bad. Whatever she did couldn't have been that bad because she's still on the staff. She's just in a different position. So if she is really that bad as I know Todd is going to make it sound, and maybe Stephen, then if she's really that bad, then why is she still there? Why is she still in another position? See, so I think it's more of a political move, and Trump just didn't want, because see, again, she said that she had approval for the commercials and all that money they spent. I mean, don't make it look like you guys, nobody spends that kind of money for commercials, ads, and all that. Come on. I'm not upset about that.
You're
Those were
never
good
upset.
commercials. They were not lying commercials. And then one other thing I'll say with the people that got killed, well, I'm not going to say they deserved it, but I'm going to say they put themselves in that position. So it is their fault that they got killed.
No, it's not.
You don't
They got
blame the
murdered.
victim. You're
They got
blaming the
murdered.
victim.
You don't bring a gun. You don't bring a
Yes,
gun.
you
to
do.
a,
You bring a gun
protest.
because you're an American
No,
and you have the
don't bring
Second
a gun
Amendment.
to a protest.
You have the
You don't
Second
bring a
Amendment. You
gun
can take
to
a gun to a protest, Keith.
Especially if you are
Keith,
kicking
you have the
out
Second Amendment. You can take
lights
a gun to a
and you are
protest.
attacking the car. You kick the
He didn't.
car.
No, he
you
didn't
break
attack the
lights,
car on the day he
then
got
you
murdered.
resist the officers, and it was
Keith,
quite clear on the video.
it's not
Stephen, don't
clear
be
on the
lying.
video. Keith,
No,
Keith,
don't lie
he
to me.
attacked
You had to
Keith.
see that.
Keith, he attacked the car the week before.
That's
He
right.
didn't attack it the day he got murdered.
No, don't give me that. It was all
What do you mean?
right
Don't give
there,
you the
real
truth?
time. No, real
Don't give you
time.
the truth, Keith.
No,
Wait a
that was
minute.
all real time.
Wait a minute. He
Real time.
attacked the car. Wait a minute. He attacked the car the week before, not on the
All
day
real
that they
time.
murdered him.
Oh, real time. That was all.
No,
I just
real
saw on
time.
the
You don't know
video.
what the hell you're talking about, Keith.
So
Hey,
you're
Keith.
saying that you saying they changed the video. You saying that they spliced
No, I'm
and,
saying it was a
edited.
week before. Everybody
No, you
knows
say
it was
they-
a week
no, he
before.
got killed that day when he attacked
No, he
the
did not.
officers.
Move on.
It was the
move
week
on.
before. You want to bet?
Okay, Stephen, listen to me. This is the way you were, crazy and babbling nonsense. So
No, I
you're
mean,
not going to get
I'm
through to
talking
him.
serious here.
I know you're not going to get through to him. Move on.
All right,
It's like
Keith,
I couldn't
can I,
get through to you.
Stacy, can I just say, Keith, they said they didn't fire her. They gave her another position. That's to save face. They had to fire her because she was a disaster. Those two people that died got murdered.
Still on his
That's
staff.
why, Keith.
She still works for the president.
Because they had to give her another position that was made up to save their
All right.
face. Because they can't just say she was fired and then she goes away because it makes them look bad. You understand that, right? She doesn't have
No, it
a
makes
real
her look
position. She doesn't have a real position now.
Ah.
No, what had happened?
You gotta okay, wait a minute. And then Stephen, you can talk. You gotta love YouTube says, I thought Trump said he didn't know anything about the commercial.
If he didn't know, he didn't know. I guess not. That's if he said it, then we have to take his word for it.
Right, but that didn't matter. She screwed up at her position. The two people got killed, and she said that they were domestic terrorists, and they were not. The woman that got killed did not try to run over the guy. You don't put it in reverse and then turn your car all the way to the right and then hit gas. She was trying to get out of there.
Sorry,
She was
Stephen.
scared.
I disagree.
You are
Go ahead,
a product
make
of
your comment,
Fox
please,
News.
so we can
I
get
disagree.
Todd.
Okay.
Just like Todd said, I disagree, and you can't convince me otherwise. Not at this point.
Wow. I know, man. You are so brainwashed, brother. There's no way you can justify this. The girl that got killed, she said, "I'm not mad at you, bro." She said, "I'm not mad at you." That guy wanted to kill her that day because he was mad because something happened to him a month ago when he got hurt before. And the guy that you're talking about he was trying to help a woman that day. He did not kick the car or spit at the people or whatever. That was the week before. That's when he got his ribs broke. The day he died was the day he had the gun on him, and they pushed a woman down, and he grabbed her and turned around and said, don't do her like that. Then 6 or 7 guys jumped on top of him, beat the crap out of him, took his gun off of him, and then they shot him, Keith. They murdered him.
You shouldn't be engaged with law enforcement when they're doing.
He
their
wasn't
job.
engaged.
You
He
should
said,
not
don't
be.
hurt this. He was protecting a
shouldn't have been
woman,
there.
Keith.
He should not have been there. He should have.
He was,
stood
wait a
back.
minute. All he was doing,
No.
Keith, what he was doing was protecting a woman.
Okay,
Okay, so
you can
so
go
I
ahead
gotta
and
move
believe
on.
that.
I
You
don't
can go ahead and
believe it.
believe it.
I saw it with my own eyes.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
I don't believe anything. I know what I know. You know
Okay.
what people
Todd.
tell you.
We
That's
didn't
fine.
get Cousin Todd in. Cousin Todd.
Okay.
Cousin Todd.
Now, Stephen, I will say again.
Don't say again. Just address him. You don't have to berate me.
I'm
You don't have
not.
to excoriate
I'm
me.
not.
I'm
I'm
on your
not.
side. You don't waste any damn time on
I'm
me.
not.
Talk
He
to
He's on
him.
your side,
hates
Todd.
this.
Talk
He
to
hates this.
him. We're on the
Okay.
same side. Don't
I'm
beat
He's on
me
your
up.
side, Todd. Go for
I'm
it.
not. I'm
Be a
just
man.
telling you. I'm telling
Be
you.
a man. Be a man. Don't, you know what? I know
Are
I
you
beat
gonna
your
ever
ass.
stop
I know I
talking?
beat your ass every show we have. But just stick on topic. Don't take this time to beat me up. Tell me those two people got murdered. Tell them what happened.
Okay, listen to what I'm trying to say.
He's not going to do it. He's going to do his own shtick. Hockey, baseball, football, it don't matter. He's got his stick. He's got his act. He's got to do. He can't just be normal for 5 seconds.
I'm telling you this. Listen.
Okay,
Don't waste
I
your
was
time.
wrong.
No, not you. I need that, but later. I'm saying don't waste your time. I had to learn the hard way dealing with you. Don't waste your time. Once you have told them and they say, no, 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 move right past it because they'll learn on their own. Just like you used to do the same thing. And I learned just move past it. Give them the facts.
But that's before
and
I
let
got
them deal
the new
with it.
information. How can he not know by now? It's so obvious, everything that's going on, right, Todd?
Even stop it. You just learned this 15 minutes ago. So stop.
No, I
it.
learned this.
Now
I learned
you're
this
gonna
when
slam
Charlie Kirk
him.
got killed, when Charlie Kirk got murdered.
Okay. All right. So the point I'm making is, of course, that was a different time, but he's you back in the day. He doesn't
Just
believe
talk to
that it's two
him.
different times. He thinks it was once because Fox News played it all together, and I believe Fox News. I live on it.
You're right.
Like you, and so.
But all of the news, all of the news lies. All of the news brainwashes people, and you know what?
Let me
Your side brainwashes you as well, Todd.
me
You're
finish.
not guilty.
Okay, so I want to play a little clip for you, Stephen. Not right now, but I'll get around to playing this little clip for you because you always say, that's a lie. I never said that. That's a lie. That's a lie. And
hey, by the way, Todd, was that officer prosecuted? Since Stephen and you are
I
right,
don't know what you're talking
was it
about.
Stephen?
How can he be prosecuted, Keith, by the people, the DOJ, the people in the Trump government that said they have absolute immunity to kill anybody they want to, Keith? They said they have absolute immunity
so
to
in
do what they
that
want. And you
case-
think that's okay? Keith, you did double thumbs
So-
up. You
so
are
you're
a
saying- so
Satanist.
you're saying,
You are a
Christy-
Satanist, Keith.
So
You believe in
Christy- so
Satan. You don't
Christy
believe in
Nome-
Jesus Christ.
So
You think it's okay to
Stephen,
murder people
Stephen,
with
Stephen,
impunity.
stop.
You
Let me
said they got
finish.
immunity and it's
Stephen.
okay. You think that's okay. You are
So
a
you're
monster,
saying,
Keith.
so let
You're
me
not
ask you,
human.
so that means
You're not
that,
human.
Stephen, so Christy
gosh.
Nome is taking, so they're
Can't
letting
do
her take the fall, right? She's the fall girl.
Yes,
for all of
ma'am.
the whole
She said what they
Hey,
told her to
listen.
say. She said what they told her to say.
Let me get in
The
here.
administration you support is
Todd, you shouldn't have
satanic,
started
and it
all
makes
this
you
stuff.
satanic.
Todd started all this stuff. He threw the rock, and then he hides his hand and
Oh,
says, "Let me
God.
get in here."
This is what I wanted to say. She is a Republican, and when you have a vagina and you're a Republican, they do you like a dog. Remember,
Like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
That's one example. Remember this girl named Linda Tripp who did the Republicans' bidding, and she tried to get Bill Clinton, and she told on him and set them all up, and the Republicans paid her. And then what happened was time passed and they gave her a little money. So she got a facelift and all that kind of stuff they do, you know. And then she said she needs a job. She was ready to go back to work. The Republicans said, we're not hiring you, coon.
Hey, Todd,
so
are you a
she
sous
could
chef?
not-
Are you a chef?
She could not buy a job. Do you see that? For years. And so she talked about how rotten the Republicans were. After
Is this
doing
relevant?
all
Is
that
this
work,
relevant to anything?
after doing
Are you a
that
sous
work,
chef?
after doing that work, she got nothing. Throwed out of there. Just like this girl that you're talking about right now.
It's food
She
out
got
of there, not through
throwed.
food.
It don't
Throwed.
matter. Just
She-
let him spit. Just let him spit.
So now this same girl, she got thrown out of there, and they gave her this fake
food out of
job,
there.
and that's it. Now he didn't let this happen to the boys. What about Cash Patel? He's
got to go.
hiring jets for millions of dollars and partying with the white boys because he wants to be a white boy
Cash
just
Patel
can't.
has got to go.
And
His
so,
whole administration is a joke. Kristi Noem is not the worst one.
Okay,
There's so many more that is with him that
well,
are horrible.
she's the
And Jared
one. Hey, she's the one with the vagina, so she's got to go.
But it's true. You're speaking the truth.
Duh! I always speak the truth.
They put women in these positions so they can scapegoat them. You're right. I agree with you.
All right, thank you. We're gonna
So,
move on.
okay, so but I want to play a clip for you later since you're agreeing with me so much tonight.
New video
I don't care.
on overnight destroying Iranian missile
I don't
launchers.
care.
Now, this comes as President Donald Trump says that the war on Iran is winding down now, telling CBS News in a phone interview, quote, "The war is very complete." But new from overnight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying in Hebrew that military action is not over. Translated in English, quote, "We are breaking their bones and there is more to come." Well, it has now been 11 days since Operation Epic Fury began. And in his press conference last night, the president also said that the war was necessary. That's because he believes Iran was out of the verge of attacking U.S. allies.
They were going to take over the Middle East. If we did not hit them, they had thousands and thousands of missiles and everything else. Most are now destroyed. But they were going to take over the Middle East. Those
That's not
weapons
true.
were aimed at Middle Eastern countries that had nothing to do with this.
United
And one of those
military
countries was Saudi Arabia.
bases.
That's where Army Sergeant Benjamin Pennington died after being wounded during an attack. Vice President J.D. Vance attended the dignified transfer of the 7th U.S. service member killed during the war.
All right. Our thoughts and prayers go out to family of that service member who paid the ultimate price for serving our country.
Israel.
We thank him and we thank his family, and he will never, ever be forgotten. And what were you going to say, Stephen?
I'm saying a lot more people have died than what they're saying right now because those missiles were pointed because they've been threatened for so long with all of our military surrounding Iran. They were at military bases. They weren't going after the different Middle Eastern countries out there. It was going against their bases. And in our bases, all of our bases got hit. And nobody's reporting anybody that got hurt. The hospitals are full. People have died, but our country's not saying that at this point for some reason. They cover everything up, and everything Trump says and this administration says is a lie.
Where are you getting that from? What news? What reputable
Yeah,
news
Stephen,
story?
you're evil. To say that about the president, you're evil.
No, what I'm saying is
they should get you out of this country because you don't love America.
I've gotten it from a lot of different sources, but if we could just all think for ourselves and be independent thinkers, I know it's really hard because everybody's programmed. If they hit all of our bases, if Iran hit off all of our military bases in the Mideast, do you think anybody in the military got hurt? I don't know. It doesn't make sense, does it? Oh, I'm sure nobody got hurt or died. But that's what the military is doing right now. They use our military as fodder, cannon fodder, so they can fight their wars. They can do what they want. I wish Aguna was here. This is not what we voted for. We don't want a war with Iran. And guess what? Iran is not playing around. And I told him last week, Iran is not Venezuela. This ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. And all of y'all are treasonous, and all of y'all should be shot or hung or tarred and feathered. All of y'all should be tarred and feathered, hung or shot. You're not American people. You're not good for this country. Right. I agree. Can you stop him from talking?
I just did.
Okay, thank you. Todd, you can stop it. I agree with you. That's where I was.
Release the hostages, Todd. They need to release the hostages. Guess what? Israel that you hate, Israel didn't take any hostages. Israel didn't screw any babies. Israel didn't kill any babies. Israel didn't kill any women when they were screwing them and then killed them. Israel did not do that on the 7th. This is what they need to do. All the prisoners that are still there and the dead ones, the ones that are treating so bad, Hamas is doing to Israel.
Can I
they need to
answer?
release all the prisoners, and then the war will end, Todd. I'm sorry you're not a smart person like Keith and I. I'm sorry you're not smart. But also, all they have to do, an office in Kuwait, Todd. They have Hamas has an office in Kuwait. We ought to destroy Kuwait. We ought to wipe out Kuwait for letting Hamas have their premier top guys in Kuwait. We killed them, and we should kill anybody in Kuwait that does that. They are harboring terrorists, Stacy, please. They're harboring terrorists. We need to wipe these people out who want to take out Israel and the United States. And if you are not on the side of Israel and the United States, then you are a traitor to the United States, and you need to be hung, shot, or tarred and feathered. Whatever. You're not a good American. We are American people.
Okay, I'll stop there and I will let Stephen respond to that.
Yep. And that's you're right, Todd. That's the effect that the media has on people. That's the effect the media had on me. Wait a minute. You can't deny it because the media convinced you that your side was doing good as well. But that's what the media had on me. And you're right. That's a good point. And that's what Keith is going through too. Once you see what actually happened and once you know what's actually happened, I didn't have the evidence that I have now. So I have to change. I was wrong. I'm completely humble. I don't have an ego. I don't have any ego at all. All I'm saying is I have more evidence now that it was not right. We have the Epstein files that proves I was not right. We have everything that happened up to that point. We had Charlie Kirk saying, wait a minute. See, that's pre-Charlie Kirk before he died. Charlie Kirk said that there's no way that Israel could not have responded to October 7th faster than they did. It took them hours, and it don't take but 45 minutes to get anywhere. And they have total control of Palestine. Israel caused what happened on October 7th. They killed their own people because those people were against them anyway. They were like the liberals. They were like the people that they wanted to kill anyway. And they told us that they killed babies. They cut off their heads. It's like the same crap they told us on 9/11. That these were horrible people. We have been told, wait a minute, we've been told for decades that the Muslims are the bad people. When it turns out, Keith, I swear to God, it's Israel. They're the bad people. The Muslims got accused. 9/11 was Israel and the United States.
Okay,
it wasn't any Muslims.
Stephen, we've let you go on. We've let you respond. Now I'm going to play this so Aguna knows what we're talking about.
Help, Aguna. Help.
There's no volume. No volume.
I can't hear it.
No.
Yeah. I can't hear it either.
And the problem is nobody else on here can ever say they're wrong. Has too much pride. United States, then you are a traitor to the
help, Aguna, help.
Oh, they definitely have to deal with the United States. Anybody that's going to mess with Israel, they're going to have to deal with the United States. We're not going to let that in. We are partners in this because they want to take out the what they call the big Satan and the little Satan. We're the big Satan. Israel's the little Satan. They want to take us both out. First, we want to take out Israel, then they want to take out the United States. And anybody in the United States that is not on the side of the United States and not against the people who want to take us out, then all of y'all are treasonous and all of y'all should be shot or hung or tarred and feathered. All of y'all should be tarred and feathered, hung or shot. You're not American people. You're not good for this country. You don't. Can you stop him from talking?
I just did.
Okay, thank you. So what they need to do is release the hostages, Todd. They need to release the hostages. Guess what? Israel that you hate, Israel didn't take any hostages. Israel didn't screw any babies. Israel didn't kill any babies. Israel didn't kill any women when they were screwing them and then killed them. Israel did not do that on the 7th. This is what they need to do. All the prisoners that are still there and the dead ones, the ones that are treating so bad, Hamas is doing to Israel, they need to release all the prisoners and then the war will end, Todd. I'm sorry you're not a smart person like Keith and I. I'm sorry you're not smart. But also, all they have to do, an office in Kuwait, Todd, they have Hamas has an office in Kuwait. We ought to destroy Kuwait. We ought to wipe out Kuwait for letting Hamas have their premier top guys in Kuwait. We killed them, and we should kill anybody in Kuwait that does that. They are harboring terrorists, Stacy, please. They're harboring terrorists. We need to wipe these people out
who want to take out Israel and the United States. And if you are not on the side of Israel and the United States, then you are a traitor to the United States, and you need to be hung, shot, or tarred and feathered. Whatever. You're not a good American. We are American people. We are fighting for our lives. And if you want Islam, if you want the people who want to kill us, you support Palestine.
Thank you, Stephen. You have to stop.
If you support Palestine over the United States, you need to be shot or hung.
How many times you gonna play it, Stacey?
That's what our forefathers
Hey,
did.
Stacey, how many times you gonna play it? You just gonna keep playing it? You know what? I could find something on Todd. Let me go back and let me see if I can't find anything on Todd. Why don't you play it 1,000 times, Stacey? It shows a real lack of character from you.
He was showing
Steven's
it to
done a
Guna.
180.
No, I was showing it to Gunnar because he just came on. And
No,
I
you
know
did it like
Something happened to
18
Steven.
times.
Who has bewitched you, Stephen?
Okay, but wait a
Who
minute.
bewitched me? Nobody
that's
bewitched me.
another-
I know the truth now. I
Okay.
didn't know the truth.
There's
I was brainwashed.
All right.
And I was part of a cult, and you're still part of the cult, Keith. That's what
another
happens.
part-
When you
Okay,
believe the
Stephen.
media, I believe my religious leaders.
Okay.
I believe my religious leaders. I believe the people on the radio I listen to. I believe the people that I
All right,
watched on TV.
Stephen.
I believe, but you know what? They are all liars. Shut your damn mouth. Shut up. When Charlie Kirk got killed, and it was shut up. Shut up. Or I'm just gonna hang up. Shut up and let me talk.
You've been talking nonstop, Stephen.
No, just let me talk right now. No, you've been berating me. Let me tell you what. When Charlie Kirk got murdered by Israel, it snapped from me. Then everything made sense. Then I knew the real enemy was Israel. I didn't know before. I didn't know that they controlled our entire media on the left and the right. I didn't know they controlled every fucking politician on the left and right.
Okay, then I've got to stop you because you
I
can't
didn't know
use that
that.
language. And you can't use that language, Stephen. You
No,
can't
I said
use that
fuck.
language. You can't use that language. We don't curse on the show. And I've let you go on and on and on.
No, you haven't. No, you just played a.
Oh,
You just played a 5-minute clip.
and I let you respond each time. And you see on that clip, you kept going on and on and on. Even then, you won't stop. But I've got to stop you now because we have to move on. I have to show this clip, which is not you.
But
It's
there's another
clip.
piece to this clip that I wanted him to see, but
No, another time. We have another time, Todd.
Okay.
Commander-in-Chief, leading this country to victory in World War II. It was unthinkable then that a wartime president could have sons who would not serve in the military, like Donald Trump and his sons and daughters.
And grandsons.
Enlisted
And
during
daughters.
No one expected President Lyndon Johnson's daughters to serve in the Vietnam War in the 1960s before women were allowed full participation in military service. But President Johnson's son-in-law served in Vietnam. The Trump family's flawless record of avoiding military service would be unremarkable if Donald Trump never started a war. But when your father starts a war, an illegal and unconstitutional war, and you are of the age that is eligible to fight and die in your father's war, what do? There is no suspense tonight about what Baron Trump will do. He will do nothing. In 2 weeks, he will have his 20th birthday party. It will surely be a lavish affair. None of his friends will show up in military uniforms. No one who Baron Trump has ever been in a classroom with is likely to have joined the military. Donald Trump has been quoted by his former White House chief of staff saying that soldiers killed in combat are suckers and losers. What does that make a soldier who wasn't in combat and is killed? What does that make a soldier who was an IT?
Okay, I'm going to stop there.
Why?
Because we're running out of time and we have other stuff to cover. You Gotta Love YouTube says Stephen has said he has escaped the cult. But Stephen feels, now let's talk about this. Stephen feels as though it was cruel of us to show that.
It was. It
Stephen
was. It
feels
was
as though we
mean.
suck for showing that. Aguna said Stephen said he has escaped the cult. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you. Aguna.
wait a minute. He thought it was cruel to show that.
Of Stephen talking.
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
nasty. It's been a long time on this show. Ever since I had my revelation, ever since I saw the light, all y'all do is beat me up, and it's a bunch of shit. And I don't
No.
care what words I use. I don't
No,
appreciate it.
Stephen,
I don't
that's not
deserve that.
true. Last
Everything
week
I've
you
ever
said
done
I
is
was
because I want
lying.
things to be better for everybody, and that's
Last
all
week
I've
you
done.
said it was
Because
not true.
I thought October 7 was real, but it's not. Israel did that to their own people.
Okay.
9/11 was done by Israel and our own people.
All right,
Okay.
Stephen.
So
So
Stephen,
no, it really
Stephen,
pisses me off, man. I don't
okay,
deserve
Stephen,
that.
So
I'm sorry you felt as though that was cruel.
No,
That
it's
was
not that I
not-
felt. It
that-
was cruel. That was cruel to
No,
do
no,
somebody
it
like that.
wasn't.
Stephen,
Okay,
That
Yeah, it
Stephen,
was.
let me tell him
Stephen,
why.
You know
how do
what you do? What you
That
how do you
was
think we
from
felt?
Todd.
you know what you do before the
It
show?
wasn't for me. Is that hilarious? It wasn't
Ask
for
me if
That
I'm
was
cool
from
with
Todd.
that. Ask me if I'm.
Okay, wait a minute.
Ask me if
Stephen,
I'm
you
cool.
gotta stop. I
Let's have a
understand
Ask
you're
me if I'm
upset.
cool with that.
Let's
Okay,
have a
Stephen, I
conversation,
understand you're
Ask
upset,
me.
and I'm sorry you're
Ask
upset.
me if I'm cool.
I will bring back videos of Todd and Keith.
No,
Them
wait a
saying
minute.
I don't
stuff.
care what you do. If you want
Wait a
to
minute.
show shit that makes me
But
look
Todd
bad,
asked me.
then ask.
Wait, Todd asked me.
Then
to
be a
show
decent human
video.
being.
Todd asked me to show a video of you saying what you said,
Okay,
and we
wait.
did.
Then
Let
talk
me
to me.
When you say
clarify.
something, excuse me, I'm
See
going to
if I'm
stop
cool
you.
with it.
When you say something on this show that you believe is true, you
See if
and
I'm cool
you
with
say
it.
that
That's
you
just
that,
nasty.
that you believe it, you have to
Stephen
stand on
is
it.
embarrassed.
No, I,
Stacey. This
If
is
we
part
bring it
of
back a year
Stephen
all
is
you
later,
do, all you.
2 years later, 3 years later,
Okay, Stacy, you've got
1
to be
month
clear.
later. No, you all are going to stop talking. I'm talking. You're going to stop talking. If you bring it back a month later, 2 months later, a year later, a week later, you have
Okay,
to
but
stand.
that's not what we're
You have
talking.
to stand by what you say.
You haven't done this to anybody else.
Okay,
Excuse
see,
me.
that's
You have to
Stacy. He's
stand
right.
by what
Everybody
you
else
say.
goes with
Everybody
everybody else.
everybody has to stand by what they say. Period. If you say
Okay,
it,
Stacy, you
it's your
said
opinion. If you say it, it's your opinion, and you stick to it, or don't say it. That's a responsibility of a human and an adult. If you believe what you say, you stand by it, you say it, and you stick to it. And if you can't, don't complain when people play back what you've said. Period.
you've said that 10
I
times.
agree.
That's not what he's talking about. But she goes on and on about like on nothingness.
No,
This
I'm
is
going
the
to talk.
point.
Guess what? I'm going to talk. If you don't like it,
Yeah,
too
but
bad.
you're saying
Steven. If
nothing.
you don't like it, too bad,
This is
Todd.
what the
If you
point
don't like
was.
it, too bad,
This is
Aguna.
the
If
point.
you
I
don't
have
like it,
new
too bad.
information. I'm
I
not
got
part
it.
of a team.
Oh,
I'm not part of a
God. Here we
team.
go again. Stacy just
I agree
babbled.
with
Now
you,
you're
Stacey. Go
babbling.
for it.
Listen to me carefully.
I stand by
You
everything I
said,
said.
Listen to me.
shut up.
Me.
You said, Stephen.
I can't hear them,
I
Stacey.
did
I don't
not
hear you.
say that, Todd. I said, I'll bring the clip in. Good. Bring it. Good. Because I didn't say that. That's a lie. Bring the clip in. This is what you said.
I never said I
So,
didn't say that.
Stacey,
We
you
wouldn't
did
talk
so.
about whether or not I said that.
I will bring the clip in of you saying that I didn't say that.
Wow.
That's a
You know
lie.
what? You're a petty little bitch.
And that's so is your
You're
mother.
a petty little
So
bitch.
is your mother.
You're just petty. You're just petty,
You're
dude.
just wrong.
You're just petty.
So you said I didn't say that. That's a lie. I said I'll bring the clip in. Good, bring it, because that's a lie. I didn't say that.
Only thing
I'll
this
tell
show
you-
is now is
I'll
y'all
tell you what-
beating me down the whole time.
No, we're
That's
not.
the only thing this show is
If
now.
you
Let's
said-
beat him down.
No,
No,
that's
it's
not what
not.
we're doing.
Yes, it
But
is.
you cannot say I didn't say that, Todd. You're a liar. I said you did say
All
that.
right, well, show me
Stephen.
when I said I didn't say that you're a liar.
Okay.
Show me when I said it.
Okay.
What I
Now-
said
and
was
then you're
that you
gonna
were a
blame
liar
me.
when I said that 16-year-olds didn't matter so much with sex or whatever. That's when I said you were a liar. I don't
Wait,
remember
say
saying
that
this
again.
part about you being a liar. When did I say that?
Okay,
You
okay,
said,
stop.
just a minute, I'll tell you exactly. And then I'll make Stacy play the clip. You said, see, I got a memory like a steel trap. You just babble on and you forget. I was talking about Epstein's victims. I said these people were raped. These girls were high school students, 16 and 17 years old. You said, oh, so what? Who cares about them? Some of them girls, they're in high school. They want to have sex. Please, they wanted the high life.
I don't remember saying that, but 16 and 17 is not the same as babies hooked to umbilical cords that they are accusing them to having sex on Jeffrey Epstein's island. That they're having oral sex with babies who still have the umbilical cord hooked to their mother. I didn't have all this information, Todd.
I didn't
have all this information about what really went on.
I'm telling you what you said to me. You
No,
said,
I don't care. I don't.
Stop talking. You can't keep talking. Steven? Okay, I'm not doing it. He can't keep talking over people when they're trying to say what they're trying to say.
And this is why I said, I'll bring in the clip. He said, good, bring it in, bring it in. And now he gets mad because I brought in the clip that he told me to bring in. The point I was making was, Steven said, I don't care about those girls, 16 and 17. They want to have sex. Some of them wanted to be famous. Some of them thought they were going to get rich. All I'm concerned about is the girls that are 6, 7, and 8 years old
bring in
getting
the
raped.
clip, Steven.
Okay, well, bring in the clips with him too.
Okay, I will. Whatever clip you want, I will bring it. But I said, you said, I'm worried about the girls 5, 6, 7 years old getting raped, not these high school students. You can have sex at 17 with a 30-year-old man. Blah, 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 blah.
I do not remember saying that. And if you have it, show me I said it.
Okay.
All right.
And don't say anybody's beating you up because we show.
Right.
No, but I gave you permission to do it, Stacy.
If Aguna comes on
Oh,
late,
oh,
and
cut
if Aguna comes on
cut-
late,
cut
and
my
I
mic.
replay it, don't say
Cut my
anybody's
mic.
beating you up. I'm letting Aguna
Cut-
know what we covered on the show. And this disrespect, I'm not going to have you all talking over me. I rarely talk over you. I let you say whatever you want to say, as you can see when I replay the clips. But for you all to talk over me constantly while I'm trying to say something, I'm just trying to make a point, is disrespectful, and I'm not going to have it. If you keep it up, I'm putting you off. Fair notice. All right, now let me play this clip. That includes you too, Todd.
Me?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That includes Aguna too.
I've said 2 sentences.
I don't care.
With a shortage of TSA workers is making for longer security lines at some airports. Those security lines expected to get worse as spring break travel ramps up.
KTLA's Rachel Menitoff is live at LAX with a look at what travelers can expect. Rachel.
Sure, Micah. Luckily, the TSA lines have been pretty manageable tonight. I did talk to a TSA officer who said a couple of people called out today, but it hasn't led to any major delays. We have been talking to people who have been flying through other airports, though, and they've had some real challenges. Take a look. Travelers in Houston and New Orleans stuck in hours-long security lines.
Come on, 2 lines.
In some cases, people missed their flights or were delayed considerably as TSA staffing shortages put pressure on screening operations. This mother and daughter had major delays flying from Louisville, Kentucky to Chicago to their final destination at LAX.
Every maybe 2 minutes, they were calling out people saying that the plane was going to leave.
But they couldn't get through because a lot of the TSA workers wasn't there.
Some airports are now advising people come anywhere between 3 and 5 hours before their flight, essentially because of the partial government shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees the TSA. The department posted pictures of large crowds of travelers to X, blaming Democrats for holding spring break travel hostage for political points. Funding for the department lapsed in February because of a standoff between Democrats and Republicans over funding for federal immigration reform. This means TSA workers are missing their first paycheck this week, and many are taking unscheduled time off as a result.
Not because officers don't want to come to work, but they're not going to have the resources, the financial ability to make it to work.
According to one TSA officer at LAX, lines ebb and flow throughout the day. Many passengers were grateful for lulls in the traffic, knowing of the chaos and misfortune at other U.S. airports.
We're pretty lucky that there's not a lot of people here right now, but yeah, I'm glad we showed up. My flight's at 10 o'clock tonight, and it's like almost It's like what, 5 or 6 now.
And I'm very delighted and grateful that there is some staff right now because they don't have to be there and they're here. That says a lot about them.
Okay, let's start our roundtable. I know you, let's start with Keith, then Stephen, then Aguna, and then Cousin Todd. And you can say whatever you want, but you're only going to have about a minute. We're over time. Keith. Oh, Keith left. Stephen.
Sorry I got loud. Sorry I talked over anybody. Just kind of frustrated because I got more information. I did a lot of homework, I did a lot of research, and I found out that everything I knew was a lie. Everything I knew was a lie. 9/11 was a lie. The moon landing was a lie. Everything's been a lie. I didn't know. This is a revelation. This is what I'm going through right now. So when I said what I said before, that was based on what I knew, and that was based on what I had been programmed. And everybody gets programmed by the media, on the left or the right. All the media is the same. They just want to program you. It's the CIA. They work in your brain. They work in my brain. They work in Keith's brain. They work in everybody's brain. They work in Todd's brain. And I was wrong. But ever since I've been on the show, when I told you, I said when Kirk got killed and the immediate action afterwards, he got killed, and the way the people acted and the way and all that crap happened. And then Trump had he had a fake shot to his ear, and everything started adding up. So I connected all the dots. And so everything I thought before then was completely wrong. And I've apologized every week about this. And I said, hey, I'm not a proud person. I know I was wrong. I was wrong based on what I had known. And I've also said, if I have a wife that I've had for 10 years that I think is an angel, the best person that ever lived, and then I found out in one day that she's screwing 10 other guys the whole time she's been with me, I'm not going to have the same thoughts. Everything that I said about her before that, she's an angel, she's so sweet, she's the best mother, she's the best person. That's where I was because that's what my train of thought was. But for you people to continue to badger me and excoriate me and to go after me shows how little you are. Sees how tiny you are. You're not good people. What is wrong with you? I've had an epiphany. I know what's going on. I know what the truth is in the world. And all you do every week is beat me down on the show. I thought we were friends. I thought we were good people. I've told you over and over and over and over that I was wrong. I've humbled myself. I said I was wrong. And you still beat me up and you think you've done nothing wrong? I hope you have mirrors in your houses. Go look at every mirror in your house and the way you treated me, the way you've been treating me. It's shameful. It's wrong. I'm on the side of Jesus Christ. So I don't care. I got the blood of Jesus on me. So all of y'all can kiss my A-double hockey sticks because sorry, we can't cuss on this show. Give me a break. Appreciate y'all. Everything's cool, but it's not. It's okay, I forgive everybody right away. But I call shit when it ain't cool, and this ain't cool.
Nobody interrupted you, Stephen, and you can't go on and on and on. We listened to you. Thank you. Nobody interrupted you. And you gotta love. Oh, Aguda said, "Stop crying, Stephen." Stephen got off the show. He said everything he wanted to say, and then he ran like a girl.
You're an enabler, Stacey. You enable this, all right? And I mean that meltdown for the last 15 minutes was ridiculous. I think Stephen is on some type of medication. He's not stable. And you and Todd have fed into that, and you triggered him. You said that's what I do. That's what y'all just did.
No, and Todd made me get that recording. Todd made me get that clip. That was Todd.
But here's the thing with Stephen. And Stephen ran off of here, but the bottom line of it is he voted for this. He voted for this.
He did not. I don't agree with you when you say Keith.
No, because when I say that, this is the number one priority. Even Keith. You see how Keith comes on the show and says, 2 years ago, if Biden or somebody would have proposed tariffs, Keith would have been against that. Because the number one priority of people who support Trump and the MAGA crowd isn't the policy. It's about taking it to the liberals. It's about making the left look bad. And that was Stephen's number one gripe when he was supporting Trump. He was anti-left. He kept saying the left was evil.
That's true.
So because he was on that position, and that's the position that Keith remains,
Right.
It doesn't matter what the policy is. It doesn't matter.
It does.
Wars.
But
No,
two
it
things
doesn't.
can be true.
Because the number one priority is to piss off the left. That's what Trump supporters are standing on business on. As long as the policy pisses off the left,
but not going into war.
It doesn't matter the Epstein files. It doesn't matter the Ukraine.
No,
he lost. It's all about
support.
pissing off the left. That's why you're seeing a lot of these memes being retweeted. The president's retweeting memes, racist memes, and all that because it's about pissing people off. It's not about good policy. Period. So when Stephen comes on here talking about what he said, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, he voted for Trump to take.
You can't lump everybody in that one scenario because the Epstein files, he lost support. Marjorie
he didn't lose his loyal subject. He didn't lose anybody.
He did.
He's
he
not
lost
losing
Marjorie
anybody.
Taylor Greene. He lost Joe Rogan. He lost Stephen. He lost.
He's not losing anybody. I mean, Stephen, first thing, Stephen wants to complain. He's a complainer. So he doesn't know how to stand on policy or business, right? He stands on emotion.
No war.
So the vibes voting. So there are no longer things called conservatives anymore. They just go with the MAGA crowd. They go with the vibe. The president's making us feel good. Therefore, he must be doing something, right? Who cares about the foreign policy? Who cares about the tariffs, the oil prices, affordability? All of that stuff is out the window because it's about how emotional you feel. What Stephen's going through is an emotional meltdown because, again, he's latching it on to this anti-Israel sentiment that's going on.
Right.
But this doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the Congress is still locked on the president's side. They're worried about being primaried. So they're going to continue to support him and to drive whatever faux pas policies he's pushing out. The Iran war has no milestones or no end in sight. He's just going to stop and declare victory at some point. You look at affordability around housing and stuff like that. It's not a priority. The Epstein files are going to go away because we're focused on other things.
They're not going to go away.
We're not talking about them now, right?
We were. It was on our agenda.
Before the Stephen meltdown, right?
But I got a question. I got a question for Aguna. Aguna, what you're saying is interesting. So I want to ask this question about the DHS being defunded by the Democrats. It is the Democrats that are holding it up and defunding.
No, because he could use executive order
the American people
funding if he wanted to. If he wanted to do emergency funding, he could fund it through executive order. There's ways that he can do that.
Okay. So you don't think the Democrats won't take a hit for that, huh? You don't think in November?
Well, who's the leader? Who's the leaders?
Why won't they take a hit? But give him the background.
You got the majority in the Congress and the Senate.
But
if your position as a conservative or as a constitutional conservative, you should recognize that Democrats have a vote too. So it's in the purview of Congress to compromise and come up with a solution because again, half the country didn't vote for Donald Trump. So if you're saying that the Democrats have power, you're just talking about democracy, right?
Right.
And if you're the leadership of the Republican Party, you're going to hold them accountable if they compromise with the Democrats. So you have a quagmire because you're going to say, hey, you're giving the Democrats too much power, when in democracy, you're supposed to say, what are their demands? What are they asking for?
I know, but
transparency around ICE. They want, more guardrails around how immigration reform is being deployed. Is that too much to ask for funding?
Exactly.
So you're saying that the Democrats are holding them hostage, but it's you and your constituents and inability to want to compromise with the Democrats, which is holding the process hostage. Because you said on the last show, you said that it's a power thing, right? The Democrats have all the power, right?
Okay, so
they have power.
I mean, a viewer. I keep saying a listener. A viewer just sent me a comment, and the comment says, "Why can't Stephen be allowed to evolve, change his position?" Bottom line, a lot of people who supported Trump are changing their positions on him.
Which
at
is
the
what
end
I
of
was
the day,
just saying.
what day? Days change.
That's what Todd said. Mm-hmm. That's what Todd said. He's right.
Yeah. And so I don't mind that he changed. I like it. Finally, he woke up. My problem is you cannot tell me week after week when I say, well, Steve, just like tonight, he was jumping on Keith. I said, Stephen, stop. You were doing the same thing yourself. Todd, don't bring up the past. Okay. Sometimes Stephen will say, I never said that, Todd. That's a lie. That's a lie. No, you did say that, Stephen. I remember you said, that's a lie. I said, I can bring in the clip. Bring it. And so I brought it. And now he didn't like it. And the other part of the clip is when I was talking about the Epstein victims and what he was saying about he's not worried about the 16 and 17-year-olds. He's more worried about the 6, 7, and 8-year-olds, which I understand that, but you can't victimize the victims again. This should not be done to anybody, whether you're 6, 7, or 8 or 17, 16, 17. You cannot be taken advantage of.
You're freezing up, Todd, for some reason. But let me say that I don't have a problem with the evolution of Stephen. That is, if that's good for Stephen, then that's good for Stephen.
That's good for all of us, the whole show.
Well, that's if you agree with his evolution.
No, it's good to have these varying opinions.
Yes, it's good to have varying opinions, but I got the impression they were talking about his evolution and change, and you were saying it was for the better. Some people may feel as though his change was not for the better. So my point was I wasn't taking one side or the other, whether it was for the better or worse.
Okay.
What I was saying was evolution and a change in a thought process is fine. That's not the problem. I think the problem was with Stephen always taking over, not stopping talking, and saying, I didn't say that. Yeah. I didn't say that. Then not standing on whatever his beliefs and truths are at that particular time.
Yeah, I don't think he remembered. Right.
But he also didn't want to be held accountable, right? He tried to make himself seem like a victim. But what I was trying to say is, how do you think we felt when he was, because he was berating us in the beginning when we talked about
you're evil.
COVID, when we talked about, he called us evil and all these, just because we had a different opinion. And now he turns around and says that he was wrong, but he didn't apologize for how he attacked us at that time. Now he wants us to show him grace because he flip-flopped, right? Now all of a sudden you're beating me down. No, well, what did you do to us when we were trying to say, hey, we need to rein Israel in because they're going to get us in a war if we're not being diplomatic about how things are happening.
Well, Aguna, before you came, Aguna, you just have to understand, before you came, now I alone am the one who is the evil one. So I just want you guys.
So he called you evil. He said, and see, that's the problem, right?
No, I don't.
Because even though I don't agree, I don't think you're evil, Keith. I think you have some distorted views of the world to certain degrees. But at the end of the day, you believe what you believe in because of your principles, and therefore that to be respected. What Stephen was doing is because he went on these long diatribes early on when he was attacking us for attacking Israel in his mind. So now that he thinks that Israel is doing something wrong, now all of a sudden, shame on us for going back and saying, hey, this is this. But that's what we were saying all along. We weren't anti-Israel. We were just saying, hey, it needs to be a balance when you're moving the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem and you're provoking things. Now you see where we are now, where we're attacking Iran, and there's really no timeline or no end in sight. We predicted that, right? So at the end of the day, right, wrong, or indifferent, I will say this, and this is what I told Stephen. At the end of the day, Donald Trump is doing exactly what he said he was going to do, right?
Well, he said he was going to get out of these forever wars, and he got into 2 of them.
No. Look, he said he was not going to go. Is it a forever war? Is Venezuela a forever war? No, it's not. He went in there, got
not Venezuela. Stop it, Iran.
Well, is Iran a forever war?
Yes.
It's only been 10 days.
I don't care. You'll be saying that next year. It's only been a year. It's only been.
But
what do you say about Afghanistan? What was Afghanistan?
So Todd, if Donald Trump right now decides, hey, I'm not going to bomb Iran anymore, they come to the negotiating table, they give up their uranium, and then they agree to, again, look, think about it. If he gets them to the negotiating table, now that they've been depleted from a missiles perspective, command and control perspective, he's now looking at Cuba, opening up Cuba because he's put the pressure on Cuba because he took over Venezuela. So all of this is in the eyes of America first, peace through strength, which was what he talked about anyway. And so again, just like Stephen evolved, Trump got in office. He said, we got all these toys, we got all these weapons. Why not knock the hell out of somebody, get them to the negotiating table, then we can talk about peace. Because at the end of the day, Iran, in his mind, was delaying the negotiation process. And he was like, okay, I'm not going to negotiate. I'm going to hit you, and I'm going to keep hitting you. I'm going to kill all your leaders. And so eventually, somebody's going to come and talk to me and see.
Okay, let me just stop you now. Iran is not going to do this. You think it's going to be? Iran is going to do. I'll tell you. I'm glad you asked. They're going to get sleeper cells to kill people in New York, DC, California. This is what they're going to do. And you'll say, oh boy, the terrorists are really rising up now. And whose fault will that be? Donald Trump.
And not to say I don't believe you, Todd, but why haven't they done it yet? And that's the
because
gamble.
You didn't bomb them like a dog. Now they're going to retaliate.
But
it's
again,
a street fight.
the
I
risk
don't
that
believe how you
Donald
don't.
Trump is taking, the risk that Donald Trump is taking is that I'm gonna bomb them into submission before that happens. And if they do a terrorist attack, then he's really gonna unleash on them because he's gonna be justified then. So if Iran is trying to make a calculated decision to say, okay, we're gonna attack or do something on the American homeland, you better believe, and this is a calculated risk that Donald Trump is made because he's like, look, if there's a terrorist attack here, more than likely that's going to justify what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He got stuck. Well, we're out of time.
Yeah. Well, what I was just saying, that's
going
to basically justify and give him even more credence to do what he's doing now. So if Iran was smart, they wouldn't do that.
They're going
because he will
this
really
is a street
unleash.
fight. You don't know these people. These people, it's just a street fight. You got me, I'm going to get you back, period.
Okay, but again, Todd, remember, you're right. But we've seen it in Yemen where they've made some attacks. I don't know. The calculation is, and again, you don't know what the president and his security cabinet and the things that they're looking at, right? They can make a calculated decision to say that, hey, we froze, because the UAE has frozen Iran's funds. They may have made a calculated decision to attack Iran, get Iran to attack the Emirates. Now Emirates, they freeze their funds. So now he has the backing of Saudi and the Emirates to go against Iran even more. If they unleash the sleeper
We
cell,
don't want wars. We don't want you got us.
It's a little bit different. It's not like Afghanistan. There's money.
What about Russia backing Iran?
Well, okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, we're in a proxy war. Because again, the secretary or the press secretary came out and said she slipped and said it doesn't matter. The reason why she said that, she's like, well, if Russia wants to assist Iran, we're going to take out Iran and whatever Russian assistance. They know something that we don't, and they're willing to take that risk.
I know something that you don't. I know that in street fights, you're going to get got too. You're not going to get out of this unscathed. Remember those boys just in Texas? I am property of who? Allah. He went shooting people in the streets.
But he was inspired by it. He wasn't necessarily an Iranian sleeper cell. Now, look,
I'm just telling you.
All I can go with is what's happening right now and today, right?
Okay, well,
Russia hasn't gotten involved. They may have shared intel, but we've always shared. We're sharing intel about Ukraine. You know,
we're sharing intel about Russia with Ukraine. You mean?
Okay, what does that have to do with these people who feel like you came? This is why 9/11 happened. You know, they didn't just bomb that one time. Those towers were bombed years ago. Remember?
To be honest with you, I think there's been a calculated decision to say if you do a terrorist attack on us, because a terrorist attack hasn't happened in a while.
Okay.
Right? It's been a while.
Because you didn't war in a while.
If they do, they're going to, it's probably going to unleash even more than what you've seen right now.
Okay.
Because that's what the president has shown he's willing to do. He's willing to unleash the beast.
Okay.
Because again, the strike in Iran, he gave no warning other than the negotiation table.
Okay. Bush warred with look. These
No. With the Iraq War was different because they went in, they talked to the UN, they had all this coalition of the willing and all this.
It doesn't matter.
kinda
America is sick of war. They don't want any war. So this is why this man slipped us into war. He didn't put boots on the ground yet, but he will. And so the bottom line is these people are going to retaliate.
But this is what people don't understand, because it's not necessarily about the war itself. It's about the oil. And why the oil is important is because how is oil traded? Oil is traded in dollars, right? Well, for the most part, except for Venezuela and Iran, they don't trade their oil in dollars. They trade it in whatever rubles or whatever other currency. It's outside of the financial structure of the United States. So if you make Venezuela start selling their oil with the dollar, and you force Iran through this incursion, as the president calls it, to also trade their oil in dollars as a compromise, now you're starting to back up the securities in the bonds of the United States. You're strengthening the dollar on the world stage, and therefore you're actually,
can I give you some reality?
It's a calculated decision, because if you look at the deal that Jared Kushner,
world hates America.
Iran, they said, "Give us your uranium. We'll have U.S. companies come in and create an energy."
Nobody respects Donald Trump and his family around the world.
It's all about making money, right? It's about money. It's transactional. But he was
they
trying
don't
to
even
get
trust him. Nobody trusts
Okay,
Trump.
so we're out of time. We've been out of time.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but this is what the country voted for when he got elected.
Okay, we're out of time. Thank you so much to our first responders in our communities. You make our lives livable. Thank you.
And leave Stephen alone, Todd.
To our men and women of the U.S. military for all that you do, even making the ultimate sacrifice. We are forever indebted. On behalf of Aguna, the voice of reason,
I'm just delivering the message. Don't shoot the messenger, Todd.
Keith,
and take that. Is that a crown? What is that?
A constitutional conservative.
Get out of my face.
Stephen, who left, the independent thinker, and he keeps sending me messages to tell you guys, which I'm not going to do. He should have stayed on the show. And my cousin Todd.
Give Queen Latifah her hat back, Todd.
Oh, he couldn't wait. He just waited for that one.
Well, you set him up by wearing it.
UNITY.
I'm Stacey Johnson. Let's keep this thing going on Instagram. TikTok. On TikTok, we are Sporlitiks.com on TikTok.
He did. She did. I heard.
X,
Just now, she did not. Maybe
on
earlier.
X, on Facebook, on Twitch. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sporlitiks. Like and watch us on Stephanie Stallworth's The Flow Television Network. I mean, we're on so much. But really, check us out on TikTok, because we're always putting videos out on TikTok and Instagram. Thank you for joining us. I hope you were just as informed. I hope you were informed during our show. We will see you next
and entertained.
week. And entertained, of
Very
course.
entertaining.
Good night.
Jesus.
You know what? I forgot to say my name. I'm Stacey Johnson.
No,
how many times you gonna kick Stephen off the show?
I hope that Stephen, you guys go easier on Stephen. My wife thinks that she said he sounds like he's having a breakdown.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
He called Todd a bitch.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And that was rotten to do. And I thought he would save that one for you, Keith.
Well, Aguna, did your son win the game?
Todd, you encouraged that, Todd. You provoked
No, I did not. No,
Isn't that when I said go to the gift shop
did.
during January 6th? Y'all blame me for provoking him.
Yes.
You guys did the same thing.
Aguna, did your son win the game?
They actually did. They won all their games and they tied one, but because they tied in the point differentials and stuff like that, they didn't go to the final. So they went to a tournament They won all. They never lost, and they didn't advance. That's how soccer is.
We're
All right, go
talking
ahead.
about a child playing
Prince.
hockey. Give me a break.
Well,
So,
one of the things I know, people that are really mean, you know, they always attack your religious beliefs. So I know that when my religious beliefs are attacked, I can rejoice. Praise God.
well,
Who's attacking your religious
did
belief?
Stephen do that?
He did.
I don't remember that.
Stacy knows. Yeah, he did. If you play it back, Stacy, you would hear it. You know, he's calling me a cultist and all of this stuff, and I don't really.
Well, he said,
saying
he
I
said.
don't believe in.
I mean, can you be a Christian and part of a cult?
Not really.
So, one of the viewers said, "Isn't the Dow and the S&P suffering and falling due to this Trump war?"
Yes, the stocks are down, gas prices are up. Now I remember, Stacey, you and I talked about the how high the gas prices were going to go to. I said it's going to go to $4. You said it's going to $5.
Well, that doesn't matter. It matters barrels. It matters.
I
barrels.
know, but
$100 a barrel.
Oh my
right?
gosh!
Yeah.
And so that's still
Aguna,
less than
it matters when you're at the gas pump saying $4 a gallon.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
so
think California is doing this, though.
Here's
I think
the thing, and you go back to COVID. Even though gas prices are up, they're not as high as they were like during the height of COVID.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
Look at what's going on.
Thank
right?
you, Aguna.
Again, it's like this self-fulfilling prophecy. You went into Venezuela and you opened up. You basically are opening up another oil resource to be traded in U.S. dollars in Venezuela. All right, so you're getting that online. Plus, you're putting pressure on Cuba because of the embargo. Now you're disrupting Iran's ability.
So you want to go to war with Cuba too? You want to be in 2 and 3 wars at a time?
No, it's not going to be a war. There ain't going to be no war with Cuba. They're just going to step down. They're going to capitulate quick because they have no power. So here's the thing. A lot of this has to do with China too, because where did Venezuela sell their oil to? China. Where did Iran sell their oil to? Right. So now you're compromising.
And we have 20% of their oil, right, Aguna, or more. I don't know.
Well, you're disrupting 20% of the oil into the marketplace, right? Meanwhile, the U.S. is starting to drill more and create more. They're trying to drill more domestically, right?
Oh, give me a break. Aguna, you know it takes at least 7 years before I drill anything.
That's oil exploration. We're talking about the pipeline. Again, we're talking about getting oil online. We're not talking about new oil exploration. Yes, that takes time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's never been a lack of oil in the marketplace.
No.
It's been fluctuated by the oil brokers based on just supply and demand, right? So now you're taking offline to China, Venezuela, and Iran. So now you're threatening their economy. So they're going to put pressure on Iran to capitulate, right? The Emirates are going to put pressure on Iran to capitulate because they're holding a lot of their monetary. So it's
not so fast. They want to jack
let him
Americans
finish.
up. Well, he won't stop talking, and you
I'm
said
just educating you. There is a big,
So
again,
talk about the S&P and the Dow.
So the S&P and the Dow. So here's the thing. If you look at even what happened during the tariffs and Liberation Day, this president has gotten into a habit of creating a crisis so he can fix it, right?
Exactly.
So he came out there and said tariffs,
And
tariffs,
warning
tariffs.
his people.
The market reacted. Then he pulled back, and everything gained. So this could be
and he'll tell you it's a good time to buy.
Part of this is playing with the economy, but also using it as leverage to put pressure on other things. So you better believe the market, Wall Street will not stop itself from making money. They're going to figure out how to make money, even if there's a short-term loss because of the pressure going on in Iran. And that's what the president is saying. He's like, yeah, there's going to be some short-term things going on. But at the end of the day, we come out of this with a new regime in Iran. We come out of this with a stronger dollar.
Give me a break.
We come out of this with
We're not. Why did he have this press conference?
So here's the thing I will say about Trump.
Why did we have this press conference? Why did Trump have a press conference?
When today?
Yesterday, I think it was.
Because he calmed the markets. He came out and said, hey,
he
this is an
had
incursion.
to because we were sinking. He had to stop the bleeding.
So listen, Todd. So if you look back, this president governs through chaos. He creates these things, he fixes them, and then he gets credit. I mean, and then you get mad, but the stuff works because people are so greedy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's manipulating the media, he's manipulating the markets, he's manipulating his allies with the UN. He's saying you're going to pay your fair share. I'm not going to need you to go in there. I'm tired of pussyfooting around and waiting for you to put pressure and send inspectors into Iran and all that stuff. No, we're going to take their money. We're going to bomb them. We're going to kill all their leaders. And if they act up again, we're going to do it again. So here's the thing. A lot of people are trying to criticize him based on the fact that he said these things like, no more forever wars, right?
Yes.
And just like Stephen had a epiphany around, whatever his view was.
Yeah.
Can Trump go in there and say, okay, first I was trying not to beat people behind, but I got all these toys. I'm gonna send these missiles in there. And,
right. That's flip-flopping.
Well, but so here's the thing. If you come out of this whole thing with a new Cuba,
you
a new Venezuela,
you flip-flopped. I don't care what Stephen wins. He flip-flopped, and you said that, and we just played the clip of it.
But if he does all of that, and you no longer have an Iranian threat at 6 months from now,
I'm
just saying just like you saying there may be a terror attack. Let's say everything breaks his way. Was it worth it? Is the question.
No, because Barack Obama has already dismantled that threat. Trump recreated the threat.
For doing my job.
I mean, but see, here's the thing.
You do a great job of defending.
Here's the thing, Todd, because you're saying President Obama tried to have a win-win situation for everybody, right? Even including Iran. Trump is negotiating from a stance of, I'm going to win. You're not going to win. You're going to do what I tell you to do because I have the power. We have the weapons. Why are we even allowing this negotiation to happen if you don't have any leverage? Now I can destroy you. Why am I allowing you to dictate the terms of this agreement?
And that's what makes the world hate your guts. The world hates
America.
So
and this is another thing, because this is a misnomer that he's trying to debunk, right? He's saying that, okay, the world can hate us. However, you're still trading in US dollars. People still want to come here, right? People still want to do business with us. So, I mean, I'm sure you've worked with people that you didn't like either, but because it was a mutually agreed upon situation, you both profited. Because at the end of the day, the world wants money, right? The world wants money, right?
Yeah, but
so he's actually getting to the same means through this ends
our allies. Listen to this. Our allies do not trust Americans anymore because you voted for this guy twice, and he's completely insane.
Okay, so my question to you, Todd, is what is Europe going to do about it then? Right? Are they going to trade with Russia? You don't trust
you'll
the US.
see. They're going to
trade with Russia and China, right?
Yes.
So you're going to go from the US.
They'll be trading with BRICS.
Russia and China. And so you think as bad as you think you want to make that seem, you're going to deal with Putin instead?
Yes, somewhat.
No, they'll deal with BRICS. They'll deal with Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Exactly.
They'll deal with BRICS.
No, but all of those countries trade in U.S. dollars, so all those countries want access to the U.S. economy because they're still the strongest economy in the world.
But they don't trust America.
And the thing is, all these countries are greedy. Europe is greedy, right? So are they going to run the risk of pissing off the next administration? Because again, Trump is only going to be in office for the next 3 years. They're going to throw all of that away just because of a little pressure to spend more in NATO and to do all this other stuff. You really think European leaders are that?
Yes.
Again, Europe has been around way longer than the U.S.
And
right?
that's why, that's right.
And so they can, if they're so worried, they'll just wait out this U.S. president. If that's the concern, they're not, or they're going to throw away all those relationships.
Okay, thank you. We have to go. We have to go.
Because again, you remember Trump was in office first, right? He put tariffs in. Biden kept some of those tariffs in place, and everybody got pissed, but they kept they just ended up. People still made money. People still kind of continue their daily lives because at the end of the day, Trump knows that people are greedy. They're going to want to make money regardless. So whatever you put in place, they're going to continue to try to make money, including Wall Street.
Thank you.
Wall Street is going to correct itself because, again, Wall Street is trying to put pressure on the president to change his actions. However,
Thank you.
they know they're only going to do that for so long because they want to make money. And they can see that, even if 20% of the world's oil isn't going through the Strait of Hormuz, you still got Nigeria, you still got Venezuela, you still got all these other oil producing countries that can put more inventory back online. So,
and this is why he was bombing them
Thank
people,
you. Bye-bye.
pretending they're
Good
bringing
night.
drugs
Sorry,
in,
Todd. You
so
can't
they
keep going
can
on, Stephen
take
Todd.
their oil.
Bye,
Thank you,
Stephen Todd.
Guna. You do a better job than I do, Guna, in defending the president.
I don't know if
Thank
that's a
you,
good
sir.
thing.
All right. Good
That's
night.
a
See you
good
next
thing.
week.
All right.